right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the Blerd Assassin Podcast. I'm Rob, it's homie Stelios, homie Trent once again.
We're recording this time.
Hey, we're recording this time.
Yeah.
I just recorded some solid shit. Yeah,
More tequila, it's all good.
More tequila.
I'm running out of crown.
We got enough.
This is the problem.
Today's, it was rather devastating in the Blerd world. We lost Chadwick Boseman, phenomenal actor of our time, star of the Black Panther, and the Marvel movies that followed after that in regards to Avengers, the Infinity War, Infinity the Endgame. He was 21 blocks, as you stated earlier, 21 bridges. He was known. I mean, he broke onto the scene in '42. The Jackie Robinson story. Also played James Brown. Like I said, he was well on his way to being, solidified as one of the greats. The thing that I wanted to touch on is, like I said, we don't really know what people are going through. We see somebody's outward appearance, and nowadays it's so easy to ridicule them on their outward appearance. Chadwick Boseman died from colon cancer. We now know that all those times he was showing up on camera, he was actually sick. And if we think about that, every time he showed up, it was for like a movie premiere. He was like a lot of the movies in the past 3 or 4 years, he was basically dealing with this illness and putting on a hell of a show. A testament to the man as an artist, and the dedication to his craft to not let that information out publicly. So there wouldn't be any sympathy awards or sympathy ticket sales. He did everything that he did on the merit of his acting, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, just touching on like the last couple times we've seen him, he did look pretty bad. He was online dedicating time to a charity to provide money to disenfranchised black people throughout the U.S. due to COVID. Started a foundation which focused on that, and I remember people putting up just a lot of hatred. A lot of hatred. From the Crack Panther stuff to just ridiculing how he looked. Personally, I thought he was getting ready for that movie. He was supposed to play a black samurai in feudal Japan, a true story. I think his name was Yasuke, and so I thought he was preparing for that. But I'm like, hey, he's preparing, and everybody just throwing shots at this man. We didn't even know that he was actually dying. I think it speaks volumes for our society. That we're so quick to ridicule instead of show concern for somebody, because his appearance changed that drastically. Like I said, I thought he was just getting ready for a role, but like the internet, let him have it, and it was pretty sad that anonymity as well as access to visuals, whether it be information or any type of pictures of people, that allows us to just say whatever we want to.
Even T'Challa ain't safe.
Even T'Challa wasn't safe, man.
Up.
And the fucking Black Panther, think about how much of an inspiration he was to kids. We didn't have black superheroes on film. The closest we got as teenagers was Blade. Our kids got Black Panther. That is pretty fucking important. And even with him being that big of an inspiration, nobody was concerned. They were more focused on ridiculing him and being a post to go or a comment that goes viral, ridiculing the man. Pretty sad.
I think that, like you said, it's kind of a snapshot of where we are as a society at the time, in this day and age, I guess. One thing that I liked about Black Panther is that he used his platform, for things that actually matter.
Right.
Again, I don't follow celebrity news. I had no idea that he was sick. I had no idea about.
I don't think anybody knew.
Nobody knew.
You know,
he
kept that secret.
and it's
pretty low.
and I was also unaware of the negativity that people would put towards him. Like it literally, you just informed me of that. But it's unfortunate that people could take somebody who used all of his fame and fortune for positivity. You know, I was just scrolling through some things about it, and I saw today that like Felicia Rashad discovered him or saw him in school and reached out to Denzel Washington, and Denzel Washington paid for his acting school.
You've been paying it for it ever since.
Yeah, so and exactly, and that's like some movie type shit.
Denzel
But that's
pay for
his So he used to joke with him, like he showed up to the premiere and he was like, "Bro, I'm not here for the premiere. You owe me money. You out here paid now. Like I didn't pay for your school. And that's how it should be. Like those are the things that we try and do on a much smaller scale right here in Trotwood, right here in Dayton.
Exactly.
Is like to pay those things forward, and he was a perfect example of what you can get from a small investment. You know, so it was saddening to me to look into that, to learn that story, to understand that the type of good that he tried to do with his fame, the way that he always tried to use that to reach out rather than to stunt, which is what people accuse us of always wanting to do when the money comes. So I'm very appreciative of that. I saw Black Panther. I'll be honest, I'm no movie buff. I don't really watch very many movies, so I didn't see any of the other Marvel stuff. But I was the sense of pride that I got from they made $1 billion on that. He was the star. I literally was got the call about this podcast and was headed out, and I heard my daughter on the phone with her best friend talking about trying to explain to her why it was so sad that he had died.
Right.
She couldn't find the word. She couldn't find the phrase "sense of pride," and she was saying that a lot of black movies are about slavery, but in this movie, the black guy saves the day.
Right.
And that makes black people feel, and she couldn't quite explain it.
Right.
And I wanted to yell in there to her like a sense of pride.
Yeah.
But I let her work through it. But that's kind of, but it summed it up for me too. Because again, like I said, I'm not a big movie guy, but that.
Her friend white?
Yeah.
She wasn't getting nowhere.
No, but that's the whole thing. Like if we can have those conversations earlier in the game, then maybe at some point people can start to get it, and we can start getting past that. Again, you got to have. I'm not gonna get all political and shit, but you got to have a different environment. But that's where it starts. Like again, the same way that we save our neighborhood is one family at a time, one example at a time. That's the same way that you change people's minds. I saw a post you did about not being able to legislate out people, the hatred and the shit that causes things like black men to get shot in the back. You can't you're right. You can't legislate that shit out. It's actually got to be taught out at the age that they doing it. Right. So I was very encouraged at them having that conversation, and if that's the kind of thing, that's the kind of conversation that Chadwick can spur with his life, and he did a hell of a job, man. So way too early. He's 43. You don't even get checked for that shit until you're 40.
You're 40, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So he had it before you even supposed to get checked for the shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know. Like it's just.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Scary, bro. He's been fighting for 4 years.
That
math don't add up. That ain't right.
That's tough, man.
Shit, man.
But he made a mark. Like
I
keep ringing in my head. Strike a blow, man. He struck a blow. He did what he was supposed to do with it.
I know him as T'Challa. I didn't even know. I forgot he was Jackie Robinson.
Oh, bro,
I
James
thought he was
Brown.
South African. He was so good as T'Challa. I was like, this dude is not from America.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I sat down and made my kids watch it today. Like, hey. Like my kids, they big on Marvel.
I think losing him as the king and as Black Panther, that was symbolic of what's going on right now too. Like we lost the real one. He not a real one, but we lost the real one. Something you can look up to. Yeah, and it's just that's fucked up.
It's real fucked up. He's the first one to go.
Yeah.
The whole little Marvel, besides Stan Lee, you know what I'm saying? The whole little Marvel MCU, he's the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like
the brother's always the first to go.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, man. Like he
to Chadwick.
Yeah, to Chadwick, man. Hey, cheers. Cause him and Ryan Coogler, who was the director, they did something that Hollywood didn't think could happen. They only believed that something like Blade, hyper violent, just the story, the essence of the story with, Killmonger, his background, his views being introduced, opposed to like Chadwick, with Black Panther and Wakanda's views out, it's basically the what Black Americans and Africans deal with, when trying to build together.
Exactly. And even the empathy that they showed towards the villain,
right,
and actually showing the development of his frame of mind, the way that he developed, the way that he saw the world. Like it was nuanced again, and it was in $1 billion.
He got to be the star now.
You said what?
They got to make Killmonger the
star.
But
they said they filmed 2. If they haven't finished it, they filmed enough to finish the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a plus. But I don't know, like.
Killmonger was not the villain anyway.
Yeah, I said they
should go ahead and be the hero.
I don't know.
Like most issues, that's very nuanced.
Killmonger was not he was not the villain.
The content matters.
Well, no. If we're gonna talk, like the real villain was T'Challa's dad for leaving fucking Killmonger and fucking Compton. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna decide, sidebar.
The villain was the colonizers.
The colonizers.
Let's be real about it.
Colonizers.
The colonizers.
Yeah, that was the villain.
Yeah, because that's what Killmonger was trying to get. That's what he was going after.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, but like that's how important Black Panther was. Like it sparked so many discussions.
That
like
hair
that.
on the next one.
Oh no, man, it fit him, bro. Like that shit was right.
Oh, that little dangly in the front.
It like a chick named Keisha.
He was getting him off of that. I guess.
Killmonger has dreads in the fucking comics, bro.
That's literally called the hood rat. He needs some little red tips on the end of that shit. Keisha, that's Keisha Monger.
You find a way to get some direct comments out of everyone.
Come on with him. Get in the comments.
But rest in peace, man. Dude did it how he was supposed to do it, man. When you get a little something, give a little something. He got a big piece and he gave a lot, man. Like every time I seen dude talking, he was talking about us and talking about how we can make things better.
About us.
If you could do that and you can get on TV and do it and get on the on the Oscars and stand up front, and that's what we talking about is black excellence.
Well, I never heard his real voice, man. All I can hear is that.
Yeah, he crushed it, right?
Yeah, I never heard his real voice.
He's just a dude, man. That's the shit. Yeah. That's the best part about it.
Terrible.
Really do,
Where's
man.
your accent, bro?
A lot of weight, but yeah. Rest in heaven, man. He's a good one. He's also a good one. If we can learn anything else, besides showing compassion to people, on when they're going through a change, that we can directly see. We should also, really get behind the colonoscopy or the colon cancer checking as Black men. I wish. We're all around that age. And it's not something we really want to do, but we understand it has to happen. This is the prime example of why it needs to happen. We are like one of the leading causes of deaf and Black men. And it's serious.
Be a blood test or something.
It's serious.
I was hoping. I'm 37. I was hoping that eventually it was going to.
There's not. Apparently, there's not. No. So
I
don't know how you would. I don't know. I don't even know how you would brace yourself for that. But hey.
It's got to be a blood.
I'll tell y'all. I'll tell y'all how it goes. I'm going first. It's no secret. I'm gonna tell you how it goes. So hey, bro.
I'm like, maybe it is a blood test.
Exactly. Like,
sure it is a blood test. Hey, they didn't give you the blood test? Oh yeah, you. I'm gonna say it on.
Make sure we're joking. We choose to make light, but honestly, y'all go get checked. And appreciate. The people who are doing putting forth heroic efforts while they're here. Give them their flowers while they're here. Perfect example. Like,
I agree with that.
You may not make it to 50. Yeah.
Gliding like I'm a roller skate with dudes who work Section 8. While y'all love me just work the block off a minimum wage. But if you was smart, you knock off your boss and